everybody, it is a very wet and soggy morning here, if you cannot tell. We actually had some pretty gnarly storms. Well, pretty much just one storm, maybe two, I don't know. They moved through late last night, like they started around 9 and kept going till 2 in the morning. And I'm actually not, and here's where it gets weird. I am not afraid of storms when it's daytime. When it's nighttime, I'm absolutely petrified. So yeah, but my mom and dad actually drove through that mess because yesterday they went to a concert in Houghton Lake, which is like an hour or two away, like that direction, like northwest of here. And I thought it was a Christian concert. It was actually a guy from Celtic Thunder. Yeah, I think it was a guy from Celtic Thunder that is like my mom's all-time favorite music group next to the Gaither Vocal Band. And one of her favorite singers, a guy named George, was from that group, and he's one of her favorite singers next to Guy Penrod. So she was really excited. She got to go see it, and then they drove home through the storm. But they made a stop at Cops and Donuts, which is the best place to get donuts in the area since Hamilton's closed. And they brought my brother home 2 gigantic pieces of brownie, like this big. They're huge. And they brought me home 2 of my favorite donuts in the world. I love this donut. It's called a PBD, Peanut Butter Deputy. It's peanut butter frosting with nuts, and inside is a peanut butter cream filling. Oh my gosh, it is so good. And I ate both of them for breakfast, so I am feeling very fat this morning. But yeah, so nasty weather, and I have, if you can't tell over my shoulder, I do have the Weather Channel on because I am waiting to see whether or not they took off the flood warning. Last night we were under a flood watch. Then it got turned into a flood warning about midnight. And this morning I woke up and they were saying it's a flood warning for the Tittabawassee River. Which, if you don't know much about Midland, that's kind of a big deal. In Midland there are 2 rivers. There's the Chippewa and the Tittabawassee. And the Tittabawassee, and both of them tend to flood. Now, here's where living in Midland can get tricky. For those of you who don't really kind of know Midland's geographical layout, well, Michigan is the state where it's termed that you're never more than 15 minutes away from a lake or body of water. That is true. It is insanely true. In fact, in Midland, there's like 2 lakes. But with Midland is actually, especially down by the Main Street area, by the library, by that part of town, down in the south part of the town, it's actually built on a floodplain. I am not kidding you. There is a large amount of one part of Midland that, because it is the Tittabawassee and Chippewa, and because those rivers flood, that is a floodplain. There are actually businesses and homes. There are parks built there. And not only that, Midland was built, a lot of Midland was actually like marsh and swampland before it started getting developed. In fact, where our mall is, which is just up the road from where I live, that was actually a marsh. And they built the mall there, and they rebuilt the marsh at the Chippewa Nature Center. So there is like, and like marshes and swamps like kind of are supposed to help with flooding. So in Midland, especially in certain parts of Midland, we flood very easily. In fact, the year I was born, it flooded so bad that the church where I went was where my parents were married, so that was flooded. So we woke up this morning to the news that not only were the regular places flooded, and the regular places are St. Andrews down by the library, because that's a low-lying area. That place floods like almost every single time we get a lot of rain. A part of Jefferson was flooded. You know, the normal places were flooded. And then my mom finds out this. Jonan Boulevard was flooded. And it probably still is. That's where our Walmart is located. My mom had to go into work today. And there are actually cops that they post not to let you drive down that place, because this is Midland and we're stupid. Like, for us growing up here, flooding is not such a big deal, because most of the time it doesn't flood that much, and it just usually floods like the parks, like by the rivers, and then people just go, oh, look, river, kayaking! And so they get out their kayaks and stuff. So it's actually, I don't really ever remember Joe Mann flooding, but Joe Mann was flooded. They had cops posted there to keep people from driving down. So my mom calls in and decides that she has orientation for some new employees. She's gonna walk to work. So my mom walked to work and the police let her pass. We just got a text saying she got there, she's safe. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, that is life in Midland, like almost every single year. It's been very rare when we have a year where we haven't at least had minor flooding. There's been like 2 or 3 major floods that I can remember. But yeah, it's definitely very interesting. In fact, Northwood University, that is one of the things they have is for the students, they actually have evacuation plans in case of flooding, you know, fire, tornado, severe weather. And in Midland, we have, in case Dow Chemical goes boom, and if we get flooded. Only one of those happens on a regular basis. Dow Chemical is kind of very hyper security conscious, which is good. But yeah, so, flooding, and when I checked Weather Channel this morning and turned it on, I saw the flood warning. They were forecasting that the Chippewa, which is the one river under flood warning. Chippewa is not, which is good. The Chippewa is good. That is not under flood warning. If it was, we would be screwed. Pardon my language. But the Chippewa from Midland all the way into Saginaw was under a flood warning. That's big. And then they said it would crest. Flood stage here is actually 21.1 feet. So when the water reaches that, we are officially at flood stage. They were actually forecasting it to reach 27 feet by the time this morning ends. And you guys are probably going, yeah, but it's not raining now. No, it's not raining now. It is kind of raining right now. But the thing is also you have the water saturating into the ground. That's all got to go somewhere, you know. We usually get these, so that's why in Midland usually we have flood season, which is usually about this from like the end of winter to this time of year, depending on the snow. So it's interesting living here. I've never lived in a place where I've had to worry about the floods, but that's just one thing that makes living in Midland awesome. We have floods. I remember, I think it was Gabriel Iglesias made the joke about you have to pick where you live, and when you pick that, you should remember what type of weather they have. He lives in California. He'll take the earthquakes. I've actually been through an earthquake. I've been through one, and that was like just a jolt, and I was like somewhere else. I'm a Michigander, and I live in Midland, so I will take the floods and the ice storms and the blizzards and the occasional tornado. We get like maybe 15 a year, I guess, but not in Midland. Usually someplace else. So I will take that weather over earthquakes and hurricanes and tropical storms. Because at least with the weather I get here, I don't have to pack up and evacuate. Unless I live on the floodplain, then I would be evacuating. But that's very rare when they actually issue evacuation orders for people on the floodplain here. But yes, we are wet and soggy, which makes it the perfect day to clean. Well, first I'm going to get organized, and I'm starting late, like really late. But the goal today is start with my bookcase, and I already have a general idea of what I'm going to get rid of. I can't get rid of any of this stuff, obviously. Can't get rid of this stuff because most of it was gifts. Most of my books, I'm going to get rid of I have Come No Hard Decision. I am getting rid of Twilight. I'm getting rid of the Hunger Games. And I think if my brother doesn't want them, I'm going to get rid of my Fruits Basket manga. I think if I had the entire series, I would keep it. But I don't. And my library actually has the series. So if I want to read it again, I can just get it from my library. And because they're taking up space and I need that space. But I got some books I want to get rid of. The sad thing is that I have a copy of like The Great Gatsby. I'm never going to read it. I just got it because I thought it was cool. So, like, Great Gatsby, I'm going to get rid of. I'm debating. I have 3 volumes of Shakespeare. I have a volume of comedies, a volume of histories, and then his tragedies. I'm not really a big fan of the tragedy. I might get rid of the tragedies. The only reason I got the tragedies is because it was, like, an antique, and I'm like, oh, I'll get it, but I don't think I like it, so I might get rid of that. And then move over here and work under my bed because I've got 3 gigantic totes. I've got a chair I've got to throw out. And then go to my dresser, dig through my clothes and jewelry, and then the big one is go work in my closet. That one is going to take me forever, and that's going to be a challenge because that's where all my Christmas decorations are. I got to take out all my clothes. That's going to be nuts. So, but I'm wearing K2, so I'm sure I will be able to do it because I am nothing if not stubborn. And as Pastor Schultz says, that's because we're Germanic and we're Lutheran, and we are stubborn. So I'm going to get through this, and I'm going to do it, and I will have music, and I will have fun. Speaking of music, where's my MP3 player? Shoot. Oh my gosh, first things first, I gotta go find my old cell phone, which I use as an MP3 player. And then I'm gonna start, so. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Yes, I'm wearing a dorky hat. Quick update, as you can see, the layout of my room has changed. I've got New Hope now over there. And as you can see, I've kind of moved all the other posters. So that works out good. And so the plan is that Last Jedi will go right here where Rogue One is. Rogue One will get moved, so it's in this space right here over my dresser. And then when Episode 9 comes out, Rogue One will be coming down for good, and this will be the Episode 9 poster. I think it's kind of fitting because if you look in between my faith part, which is up over my bed, we have the first Skywalker movie, and then as far as we know, over here will be the last Skywalker Legacy movie. So it's gonna be sad if that really is the end, but I hope it. Part of me doesn't want it to end, part of me hopes it does, because I have no room anywhere. I even took, as you can see, the Battle of Scarif thing is not over my bed anymore because, as you can see, I had to move my picture of Jesus up higher to fit my God Still Loves Me poster underneath it. And it looks kind of weird because Jesus' eyes were looking up at the battle. And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have that there so that Jesus is not looking at like stormtroopers and Star Destroyers and stuff. So I took it down. Bummed, but yeah, I think it looks nice. My room is not finished yet. Tomorrow I am dusting, I am vacuuming. I'm going to do my best to wash my windows. I've done it before and it failed, but tomorrow is the general cleanup, making my bed, making sure that's all taken care of, but everything else has gone good so far. As you can see, I'm doing bad camera work, but I've got some stuff down here. I ended up donating 3 bags. I have a garbage bag that is full of clothes and some books. I have 2 bags that are full of books that I'm getting rid of. I have 2 bags of garbage to take out. But as you can see, everything worked out fine because over here, this is my Canon Star Wars bookcase. And then over here, more empty, is my Star Wars non-canon, the Legends bookcase. But that was great because I was able to, by getting rid of a ton of my books, I was able to redo this. And I was able to get like my Disney videos. So that makes me happy because I was able to get my Disney videos out of that bookcase, which makes me really happy because I didn't have as many Star Wars Legends books as I thought, which is awesome because my goal is to collect all the new Star Wars canon books, and so far I am going good. The only one I'm missing is the ebook novella about the I forgot her name, about the girl in Force Awakens that tells the Imperials, tells First Order that they're on Condorona, I think that's how you say the planet, where they're at Maz's palace. But I don't have that one. That's the only one I'm missing. But that's because my goal is not to have them in ebook form. I don't mind ebooks, but for something like this, I would rather have the hard copy. And I've actually been pretty good. Aftermath Life Debt and Aftermath Empire's End, Guardians of the Wills, Rebel Rising, Rogue One Catalyst, Rogue One, Catalyst Rogue One, Rogue One, Ahsoka, and Thrawn are all first editions. I think Bloodline is a first edition. I think that one's a first edition. I think The Force Awakens I have as a first edition. I think my Revenge of the Sith novel is a first edition too. So I'm very proud of myself that I'm almost collected it, and I made a mistake. See, my mistake is thinking that I was like under zero pressure to get Star Wars books. There's like, I thought there was one coming out in July. They're coming out with a book called The Adventures of Luke Skywalker, and it's all about the stuff he does to fill in the blanks between, I think, like Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. I'm like, yes, it's gonna be awesome. It's part of the new Path to the Last Jedi. You know, they did the Path to the Force Awakens. This is the Path to the Last Jedi. And I'm like, yes, it's gonna be awesome and cool. I thought that was coming out in July, and that's all I had to worry about. I thought all the other books, I thought the new Princess Leia novel, an Inferno Squadron 2, Battlefront 2, Inferno Squadron, and the Captain Phasma book, I thought those all came out in like October, September, October. I had more time. Oh no, turns out the Battlefront 2 Inferno Squadron actually comes out next month. I'm like, oh frick, I still don't have a job, and I need, so it's like, oh my gosh, I just spent like $40 of the $60 my mom gave me, thinking I was going to use that to get the Michigan Adventure tickets, and instead I used my own money. But I've used $40, and I got a pack of the 40th anniversary Star Wars trading cards by Topps, which is so awesome. I got them because it came with a patch card, and my patch was the card was Ponda Baba, but the patch was an X-Wing, and I freaked out. That card could have been Jabba the Hutt. I don't care. I have the X-Wing patch. That makes me happy. I can't take it out of the card, but I have the X-Wing patch. I'm like, ha, yay, that makes me happy. Because next to Y-Wings, X-Wings are my favorite. So I was like, oh, yay, I'm happy. I was so excited about that. I also got a numbered card. I got, the trading cards are cool. I'll show them. These new ones are cool. I'll show them to you one day because it's basically a timeline. And so I have, and they did like the teaser posters as cards. So I have a card for the Phantom Menace teaser, which is Anakin and his shadow is Darth Vader. And then I have the one for Attack of the Clones, which is Anakin facing one way, Padme facing another. It's like a Jedi is not supposed to hate and not supposed to love. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's kind of stupid because as living creatures, we all kind of need some form of attachment to survive. You know, even loners. But the border was purple, which I thought was weird because the border on majority of the cards have a black border. Sometimes you'll get them with a blue one or green. But this one was purple, and I was just flipping it over to read the back. On the back in silver, it said number 84 out of 100. That means of that style card, the teaser poster for Attack of the Clones, with the purple border, they only made 100 of those. I have no idea how the frick I ended up with one of those. That was like, oh my gosh, I could not believe it. I mean, I know they're trading cards and they're not really worth a lot, but oh my gosh, that has never happened to me. I mean, my rarest cards are the Detroit Lions cards that belong to my brother that my mom gave to me that are autographed by like Barry Sanders and Luther Ellis and one other guy that I don't remember his name. And those are actually in my Star Wars binder with my Star Wars trading cards because I did not want to lose those. Those have been staying in a storage box on my dresser, and I'm like, I should probably put those somewhere more secure. So they are actually in my Star Wars trading card binder at the back, though. But yeah, so far so good. I texted my dad saying, hey, Dad, want to help me do a donation run tomorrow just so I can get this stuff out of my room? But yeah, now I'm going to go see if my brother will help me take trash out and then drive him to Speedway, go to Speedway, come back, and spend the rest of the day chilling because I actually got done earlier than I thought I would. I started at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. I thought I wasn't going to get done until 4 or 5 o'clock, more to the 6, because it's me. And anytime I do something like this, I procrastinate. Big time. I hate doing stuff like this. And I'm like, I'm going to do this, and then I don't do it because I don't like doing it. And today I actually put my nose to the grindstone because I said, I have to get this done. I'm going to get this done, and I got it done. So I'm really proud of myself that I got this done today, and tomorrow will be the wrap-up of cleaning, tidying stuff up. And I really like how the room looks now because I really do feel like in the end I'm going to be surrounded by Star Wars, and I'm loving it. But I also love the fact that I didn't forget the big guy, so I had to have the wall over my bed be for that. That is my focal point. That is like, the posters are cool, but for me, part of the focal point really is that wall behind my bed. Because it is so special, and it's a representation of me. You know, I'm the crazy girl who likes Star Wars and actually posted on Twitter, if you see a girl walking on the street of Midland having an imaginary lightsaber battle, that's me. And I got a like from somebody who worked at Lucasfilm. Oh my god! So I'm the crazy girl who does that, but at the heart of it, I'm still this kind of really down-home, small-town country girl, as you can see by my dorky hat, which is not a cowgirl hat. I wish it was. But yeah, so I'm going to go bribe my brother and see if he'll help me take out some trash and get us Slurpees, and then I'm going to come back and relax. This will get posted tomorrow, so you guys will get to see. I'll probably see it, and then Saturday I'll do a whole video, show you guys the finished look and how everything looks. So I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Stay safe, stay sane. Bye, guys. Lots of love, hugs, and prayers. Love you. Bye-bye.